I'm and I'm the communication manager of Estonian Design Center. The Design Center was established in 2008 and the goal was to establish a development center that develops Estonian designs in 360 degrees. We have actually quite many different services. We came together a network of Estonian design agencies. So we offer them trainings, workshops and design directory. For companies, we offer different design support programs like design bulldozer, design engine. And also for the public sector, we organize trainings, workshops, and we also make customized programs for them. We have like 3 or 4 target groups. The biggest is designers, but not individual designers, but design agencies and design offices. The second target group is Estonian companies who use design, and the third group is public sector institutions and also wider audience who is interested in design. Our service is not renting out rooms or anything like that. We are an independent organization, we are a non-governmental organization, but we work together with the municipality of Tallinn and also with the different ministries of Estonia. Most of the money comes from EU, so we have to apply for the 2-year project. We have to write our business plan and project plan and export plan and then apply for 2 years. We are very important because we are the link between designers and companies and public sector. And also we are helping to promote design. So when we started the acknowledgement and then the knowing about design and what's good design was very, very low. But now we can see that the companies are really calling us, they want to see us, they want to meet us and ask where I can find a designer. So we can see the difference because in the first we have to go to them, but now they're coming to us. So it's a huge change. It's changed.
Hello, my name is Ilona Kurjanova. I'm a designer from Estonia. I am president of Estonian Association of Designers. The association was established 20 years ago, but this house where we are at the moment, Estonian Design House, this was established 2010 and mainly for the reason that there were no places where Estonian design could be shown and information about Estonian design could be reached. Otherwise we made a joke that Estonian design is like Atlantis, everybody speaks, nobody has seen it. The people in the studio have changed. Now there are mostly leather people, but there have been fashion designers, textile designers, interior designers, so it's like rotating. Our main concept was to engage a lot of design studios and the main purpose of course to show contemporary design. And by the way, when we started we represented 16 designers and now there are more than 80 designers. So designers got motivation to do things more because they saw that it's possible now to sell them, to promote them. There's a lot of unemployment among designers that big enterprises don't hire designers. So designers themselves have to make their brand and collections and we help those designers. As an association, we give advice for enterprises, for instance, which designer they can hire for certain projects and we give some introduction about design and the process. But for normal people which walk by, they get to know what is Estonian design like. One very simple reason is that they want to buy Estonian design. Another thing is simply they want to get acquainted. What does it look like? So they get information, they get tangible objects from here. They get very good service and good atmosphere. So we have very nice creative center in Telliskivi. We are cooperating and mostly during Design Festival they are our partners or they are satellites or they are doing events there or we are doing our seminars or fashion shows in their premises and so on.
Jaanus Jürs. We are in Telliskivi Creative City. It's altogether 11 buildings and about 1,500 people working here on a daily basis. And it's about 250 different tenants. Most of them are then from creative industry. We have also some restaurants. I think we have 7 restaurants. We have 2 theaters. It's the first theater in Estonia in over 100 years. What makes it different is that it's 100% privately funded. We don't have any government or city support. This is basically for the whole territory the same, that we are completely independent. We make our own money and reinvest what we generate here, so we don't get any support from the European Union or city or the state or anything like that. We have a lot of different artists, dance studio, recording studios, musicians, graphical designers, architects, big group of non-profit organizations, handicraft artists. And then the first floor where we met, we also have this like a retail street, which are mostly like design-oriented stores and a bike shop and everything in between. We try to keep a healthy mix of all different creative industry companies. We look ourselves like a city in a city or like a country in a country. There's no restrictions who can come here, so it's whoever we are appealing to. We have several live music events every week. Last year we had over 750,000 visitors, so it's open to everybody. But from the tenant side, there we are more careful that who we choose to give rooms to. First of all, you have to be in the creative industry. We look also who are the people behind these companies and how they fit into the family, because it's like a small city and we're like basically accepting family members, and we want to see that they actually share the same values that we have here. And we try to let the tenants be as independent as possible. We don't really want to interfere with their kind of business. In the end of the day, we rent rooms. And the other side is that we try to make the tenants interact with each other as much as possible. We have events where the tenants come together, share their ideas, and so we try to create a community. We have over 300 cultural events. About 40 to 45% of these events are subsidized by us. So we basically give the rooms for free. 55% are then more commercial events, and from where we also get the money to also support cultural events who are subsidized by us. And also we have some events we organize ourselves. We have this Talllinn Street Food Festival, which is the biggest street food festival I think in Scandinavia. We have Telliskivi Flea Market Festival. These are some bigger festivals that we organize ourselves as well. But mostly companies who come for the very cheap rent. There was actually an MBA study made about a year and a half ago regarding the impact that Telliskivi Creative City has had to the surrounding neighborhood. And the outcomes were surprisingly positive, I would even say, that how Telliskivi Creative City has increased the security in the area, the availability of culture, the availability of services, the communication between different smaller communities, and so on and so on. It was quite a kind of eye-opening fact for us as well, that we have always done our own thing in the creative city and not looked too much around. But this is the first time where it actually showed that we are playing quite an important role in the development of northern Tallinn as well. That and what has happened here, I think it's like with a child. You don't really know what will happen to it in 5 or 10 years time. Maybe it will be a dancer, maybe it will be an accountant. So we're just trying to keep the variety as big as possible, and the idea is the wilder the better.
During our presence here over the last 2 years, the specific site here, the Telliskivi Creative City, has gone through quite fast developments, which is nice to see since it's our place of work and business. The streets are in better order, the green fields are appearing in front of the house and in the back. There's new stuff constantly growing, so it's sort of nice to see things developing at a very fast pace.